All right, so basically this is the display. Each one of these layouts, so far I only have three on there. I basically have that one you just saw, which is futuristic. I have a Mustang layout and a retro one. I'm going to keep the config screen plain like this. I'm going to change these colors here because it does look kind of ugly. But if I make this super fancy with graphics and this and that, that takes away space on the display for the layouts themselves. And it's not like you're going to be looking at the config screen while you're driving. I mean, you're going to want to see the layouts. So I'm going to put all of the nice and pretty stuff, the bells and whistles and the layouts, and keep the config screen, plain. Let's see here. So each one of these layouts is basically going to have 5 gauges. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 5 gauges I'm speaking about, and they're configurable. You can have them display anything. Whatever I'm pulling, you can display it. The 2 static gauges, which are going to be on every layout, is the the mile per hour, speedo, and the RPM. That's going to be on every single one, and you can't change these to be something else. That's just the way it is. Your warning lights, you can basically click on them, touch them, and it'll tell you what the reading is at that time. And after 10 seconds, a specified amount of time, it basically goes away. So if you click on all of these, it'll basically display that value, and after 10 seconds, it goes away. I do have the LED board installed. I can basically make it do anything. Since, I wrote and designed everything, it's, of course, I can in code change it to do whatever you want. For example, I can make the 4 LED lights in the middle be a certain color or multicolor, whatever the end user wants, and that leaves 12 other LEDs. I can make it come on whatever color for anything. For example, anything. Like, for example, you want, whenever this warning light gets tripped, you want the first LED to come on to be yellow or pink or just whatever color it is. You just let me know, and I'll change the code. It's not a big deal. Each one of these layouts also has configurable inputs. So, for example, the blinkers, the high beam, and the sending unit for the fuel gauge, that's all going to be via input. So these will come on whenever you hit the blinkers, left, right, these will come on. That's the Mustang layout. I do have a retro layout, and right now I only have 3 on here. There are 4 in development, so there's more coming. This one's basically like that old Corvette layout, and again, 5 gauges. And all of these you can change it to be something else. So you can basically go up into here, into the gauge setting, and whatever I'm pulling from the ECU, you can click on it and say, you know what, I don't want to display oil pressure, I want something else. And then it'll display it. These are your limits for the warning lights and the shift light. For example, you can select what speed sensor. So if I'd select via GPS here instead, what's going to end up happening is the speedometer will stop working because I don't have the GPS code working just yet. So that won't come on. So I don't have that set. At any rate, I do have, let's see, I think I showed you, let me run the futuristic. I'm not sure if I showed you that, but now since I selected GPS, this won't, yeah, so this will stop working. So again, these are all configurable. You can change these to be just about anything, whatever you want. And that's pretty much it. I think you already saw the Mustang layout, right? I already showed you the retro layout. So that was the first thing I showed you. So again, this is going to be plain Jane on the config screen. I'm going to leave it plain Jane so all of the bells and whistles and the storage space on the display will be dedicated to the layout, since this is what you'll be looking at the most. So there you go.